Well, good morning and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now today it's the care collab with Nina's Orchids, or Ninja Orchids as I should say, but I only have one Laelia, and it happens to be the perrinii, and it happens to be in sheath, so we'll have a look at this. But first I think we should just talk a bit about Laelias, then we'll have a look at this plant, because everything I say appertains to this plant. Well, Laelias are a relatively small species, being about 24, 25, 26 species of them, and they're generally found in, they are found in South America, but most Laelias are found in Mexico. Now, Laelias can be cool or they can be warm growing. They're all epiphytes, which means they grow on trees. That doesn't make them parasitic. They just use the trunks of trees and the branches of trees for an anchor hold for the roots. You can almost say that these were one of the first orchids to be hybridised, and they're hybridised with things such as Brassivola, Cattleyas, Sophronitis, all those types of plants which are found in that area. And by hybridising these, it's made some of the most beautiful plants you'll ever come across. Now, when these grow, which is between the spring, the summer months and early autumn, they require a very high humidity and quite a lot of water, but once the sheaths develop on the new growth, like this one, it's got a sheath there, then I will cut the water right back and cut the fertiliser out completely and just let them get on with it. Now, when these are actively growing during the spring and the summer months and into early autumn, they require high humidity. They never require lots and lots of water, but they do like the high humidity. And they do like to be kept hydrated, so don't cut out the water completely. Now, when they finish growing the new growth, and you've got all the heat has just come on, and the sheath like this, and I'm pleased to say there is a bloom growing in the sheath. You can reduce the watering a little, reduce it and cut out all the fertiliser. And once it has bloomed, then no fertiliser, tiny bit of water, and just let it get on with it. And they'll probably, they bloom late autumn and they'll bloom right through the winter at any particular time. I'm not saying they'll bloom for the full winter. They might last for, the first time this flowered for me, and I bought it as a very small plant. It flowered, the flower wasn't very nice, and it lasted a day and a half. The second time it flowered, which was last year, on this one, it lasted, and the flower was much better, and it lasted about 10 days. So I'm hopeful that this one, which has grown much taller, got a beautiful sheathing and everything, I'm hoping that will last for at least a month. Now, when these are growing, as you can see, a beautiful green colour, nice pseudobulbs, nicely green. These have got a little bit red because of the light I give them. But all new growth on these type of Laelias are of a bronze colour, and they change when they get older. Now, I say don't overfeed, because I have noticed with Laelias and the Cattleyas, if you overfeed them, then you will kill the growing tips of the new roots. They don't seem to like it one little bit. Now, as I said before, these are epiphytes and grow on trees, but will adapt well to being potted. But always make sure that you pot them in a very, very quick draining media, and one which dries very fast, which tries to replicate the way they grow in the natural conditions. Now when they do bloom, the flowers on these are very, very nice. As I said, they're a sort of a pinkish colour, leaning towards lavender shades, and they've got nice long petals, but a small lip for the size of the flower, and the lip almost always has a white blotch right in the middle of it. This has only ever flowered with one flower on the stem, but they can flower with more than that, and I'm hoping this one will put at least two or three blooms on for me. Well, we'll just have a closer look at the plant now, and you can see what I mean. It's they grow on sort of a running rhizome that just carries on in a straight line, and you can tell the difference between the colour of the plants there and the new growth, which is a bit bronzy. It's turning green now. It was very bronze before, and it's got a nice sheath on it there, and you can just see, if you can, the beginnings of the bloom developing in there. So there's not much more I can tell you about this one. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you to Ninja Orchids for asking me to take part in this, and I hope I've given you one or two few tips, anybody's growing one of these. So thanks very much again for watching, and thanks to my subscribers, and until next time when I'm back from my holidays, I'll see you later. Bye.